For me, I don't like Kanye.
Okay.
Sorry, Kanye.
Okay.
But Jordan shoes are basketball shoes, not the streetwear or lifestyle shoes. But
Let me stop you there.
Okay.
If they actually think that, then you should just quit sneakers, man.
Yeah.
When he jumped from Nike to Adidas,
Yeah.
he promised everyone I think he just wants people to wear his clothes.
He said macam tak logik lah harga kasut macam ni. Macam for me it's like what do you expect, bro? Right now it's for sure it's going to go around those kind of prices.
There was only like the biggest ones were Flight Club.
Yeah.
All you heard was Flight Club, but look at Flight Club prices. They're even pricier than StockX. You know,
Mahal gila.
yes,
Mahal
exactly,
gila.
mahal teruk. So yeah, we came from there, and it was just a very tight community. I mean, we weren't making like tons of money or whatever. It was just we were doing it for the passion. And in my head at the time, all I wanted was a store. I was hanging out with 17G a lot, but they were doing very badly back then. They were. I mean, Azwan was not around. Azwan was busy with his other job, you know, and stuff like that. Like they were just, you know, they weren't focused. I had nothing. You know, I had no financials. I had zero savings. I had nothing. So yeah, definitely helped me out. And yeah, to see it fail, that's another reason why I was like sitting on my, you know, I was sitting my ass the whole time. I was just worried because I felt I failed them. I came out with 2 other colors after that. This one and the yellow one. Yellow or green. I'm a bit colorblind, sorry. So they came out with those, and yeah, they were only rumored to be 150 pairs of each worldwide.
Assalamualaikum, hi, hello, tajahau, vanakkam, welcome again to a new episode of Overload Podcast Malaysia. So today we are back in the studio with a very special guest of mine. So if you are involved or you minat streetwear in Malaysia, this is a guy for sure you have to know, because he's the maestro, the El Diablo of one of the most famous brand in streetwear shop brand in Malaysia, which is 17G. So I want you guys to welcome me to the studio, Euan Lam, the owner of 17Gallery.
Hello. Thank you for having me, man.
Okay, no problem. So it's an honor to have you here, sir.
Thank you.
Just tell us a bit before we start. Maybe some people yang baru nak tengok pasal kasut, pasal baju, all this streetwear stuff and all this hype stuff, they might not know you. So just introduce a bit of your age, your name, your age, and where you're from, and just a bit of your background.
My name is Euan. I'm half Malay, half Chinese. I am 30 this year.
Still young.
Still very young. No one, don't say I'm old, man. Still very young. Yeah. I'm from Ipoh originally, but then I moved to Subang, I think in 2006, 2007. So yeah, from Subang lah. I would say I'm from Subang.
So now, basically, you are Subang lah. Okay.
Subang, man.
So alright. So everybody know. Okay, this is Euan. So right now Euan is the, like I said before, he's the maestro of 17Gallery. So can you tell us a bit right now where you are? I mean, as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, and where you are. Where do you think you are in the standings? Not lah nombor 1, nombor 2, tapi in the eyes of the Malaysian streetwear industry or community.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am currently, how I feel with 17G and stuff, I think we're in a good place. We're in the midst of expanding, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Hopefully.
And yeah, I would say in the eyes of streetwear, I mean, we've been around for quite some time. Next year will be 7 years for us. And I've been doing it even before 17G and stuff. So yeah, I mean, we're pretty well known, you know, for the stuff we bring and for being the oldest around, you know. But it's alright. It's alright. Yeah.
It's not a sin to be old. Not your age lah. I mean in the scene. Yeah. So okay, talking about the scene.
Okay.
So everybody has their story of how they started to be.
That's true.
So when did you realize that sneakers in general, not just sneakers, reselling sneakers, but sneakers in general as a passion, as the thing that you want to do moving forward. And what was the first pair that you own that you think it sparks everything? Yeah.
I think hip hop was the main driving force behind everything behind my passion for clothes, for sneakers and stuff like that. So yeah, I got into hip hop like maybe when I was 12, 11. I listened to a lot of DMX, so I wanted to wear Timberlands. I listened to a lot of Nelly, so I wanted to wear Air Force Ones, stuff like that. So it kind of got me into this, mindset that I always have to be fresh. I always have to have like good stuff on me, you get what I'm saying? So yeah, so I think I started sneakers, like really getting into sneakers probably 2010, around there, 2010, 2011. Wasn't too long before I opened up a store. But because before that, I liked sneakers, I knew about sneakers, I knew stuff about sneakers. I didn't have the money for it, man. Honestly, I was living with my mom and my dad, I had practically close to zero allowance. So yeah, I just had to, dream of the sneakers I wanted and stuff. Yeah. So I would say the first pair that really got me into like sneakers was the Carmine 6s.
Yeah.
Jordan 6 Carmine.
Oh, Carmine.
Yeah, I love the Carmines. Those were the sneakers that like when I first saw, I was like, whoa, what are those, man? Like, I've seen the Jordan 1s and stuff, but like the 6s were the ones that like.
It's quite an odd choice. I mean, because for you guys punya information, Euan is quite close to, is very close lah, not quite close. Is very close to our first guest, which is Mr. Hans Abdullah. So shout out to Hans. So Hans has a very interesting interest in sevens. So you started with the 6s. These two models, for sure I can vouch for is that 6 and 7s are very good basketball shoes. That is true, right? But for you to have it in a lifestyle wear, it's quite an odd choice because everybody macam 1, 3, 4, 5. 5 is pun macam if you are wearing 5, people macam
because it's hard to dress up and dress down in the 5s and 6s. I know.
So because the dynamics of the shoe was different. It was totally different. One was like it's a high cut and all leather, those kind of things. And then 2, of course, some of you guys might have not even see the Jordan 2s, right? And then the 3s, it changes the shape of the shoe.
Tinker came in.
When Tinker came in, it changes everything. 3, 4 was similar. 5, 6, and 7 for me were quite similar in nature. 8s as well a bit, but
they're a bit bulky.
A bit bulky, and then it's a bit more sophisticated in a sense because they have like the 8s, they have the straps, and then the 7s was like a bit higher for me and a bit heavier. But for you to choose a 6,
that was the shoe that like when I first saw, I was like, man. The 6,
Carmine,
especially that colorway, the Carmine, because I like red. Red's my favorite color, so that immediately drew me to the Carmines. I mean I've seen stuff like before that, like the trees and stuff. They had the breads as well. I mean those were dope. I love ones now. Ones are my favorite shoe right now. But the shoe that really got me into it was the 6s, the Carmines. All right.
Okay. So. Was that the OG one? I mean, not particular OG. I mean the retro, the first coming out of the retros.
I think the retro was one of the packs, CMP or DMP. I forgot which pack.
It should be the DMP lah.
Yeah, it's one of those packs.
Okay, so it means that it has been quite a long time lah. Right. So it's basically 10 years ago. So when it was back then, 10 years ago, you were already involved in this. You started to getting involved in this industry. So. For sure, you have seen the growth, the growth of the scene itself from where you were, and then opening your shop, 17G,
correct.
And then now we are going. For me, right now the train, the streetwear train in Malaysia is at full speed, right?
True.
Because of sneaker lah, because of the availability of this products and everything. So. What is your opinion lah? Macam kena tanya because you are a businessman, kan? So, what is your opinion on the market, the demand, the supply, and especially for shoes lah? Because bila kita cakap streetwear, for me lah, my own opinion is that shoes stocks louder than shirts and pants.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you boleh pakai seluar harga 3,000 tapi orang tak tahu because it just look as the same jeans as 200 ringgit jeans or 100 ringgit jeans, but when you wear some pretty epic shoes, it's like damn. People macam ni mesti mahal. So on the demand and the market itself, the demand and supply for shoes, what do you think about? What have you seen lah? How it evolved?
I mean, when I first started, it's a lot of changes. I mean, you can attribute Instagram for that. Instagram was one of the biggest players to change the whole scene. You know, like not just in Malaysia but worldwide. Like it became more mainstream because of that. You know, people were posting their outfits, people were posting their shoes. You know, and people got, you know, they were more exposed to stuff like that. So I would say when I first started reselling, there were probably like only a handful of like trusted resellers you could go to, you know. And back then there wasn't Instagram, it was mostly down Facebook. You know, there were people like Frenzyhood, there were people like Storebox. You know, there maybe around the time of Street La Vida as well. You know, there were these people when I was coming up as well. You know, and it's good to see the scene grow, but everything has another side to the coin. You know, like I would say, because of the hype, because of how, you know, resellers have, like, more and more resellers are coming in, shoes have gone up in value. Things that you know, last time back when I was coming up, you wouldn't dream of paying 4,000 for a shoe, or 3,000 for a shoe. But because of, you know, the hype generated from how mainstream it's gotten, it's now pretty crazy. Sometimes some people don't think twice of paying 4,000, 3,000, 4,000 for a shoe. You know, so there's always two sides to the coin now.
So right now we're taking the current situation. For you to like you say, some people don't really mind to have pay 4,000, 3,000, 5,000. Some shoes are going for 20,000, right? So for example, this year Sneaker most expensive shoe was the Chicago Off-White, selling for 20k if I'm not mistaken, 28k I'm thinking. So it's UK 7. So logic lah that price, but some people doesn't think twice for that. So as the one reselling and as the one that sometimes you also buy, right? So what is your opinion on that mentality or that mindset of the community now?
I mean, to each their own, bro. Like I mean, back then as well, there were shoes that were like 20,000-30,000 as well. But you know, you don't, at that time, not many people were realistically thinking of purchasing a shoe that was worth around that. But I think because of their influence, you know, they're getting influenced by, you know, social media, they're getting influenced by peers, they're getting influenced by the growth of streetwear itself. They don't think too long or too much already now to purchase a shoe in that value, you know. So I mean, it's good for us resellers. I mean, resellers, it's a good thing, but it's also depends on how you look at it, like how it's affecting the community.
Alright. Okay, so the availability of shoes will always be changing lah. The amount of shoes coming in. Like dulu for me, I don't like Kanye. Sorry Kanye, but his idea of shoes is very eccentric, I have to say. That's number one. Number two, interesting. And third is genius. Because we can say Travis Scott is right now La Flame is the man. Is the man. Even for me, Jordan and him, people are seeing, without him people might not know Jordan in a sense, right? Because the way he carries it into streetwear. Because people say, okay, Jordan shoes are basketball shoes, not a streetwear or lifestyle shoes. But
stop you there.
Okay.
If they actually think that, then they should just quit sneakers, man.
Seriously. True lah. True also. So but La Flame make it the collaboration with Travis was damn hype. Okay, so getting back to the topic is that, like, what Kanye did was making Yeezy for everyone. That idea behind the Yeezy itself was, for me back then, macam 2015 lah, when 2016, 2015 when the first Yeezy came out, the V1s, the Pirate Blacks and everything.
The Turtle Doves.
Turtle Doves. When you see it, also that the Yeezy. Right now, you literally Yeezy, macam another pair of Yeezys. So, do you think that is the approach that should be done by the manufacturers of shoes and these collaborators, or should it be limited or exclusive?
Always, I mean, that's the whole reason, sneaker culture was born, because things were limited, things were exclusive. It was a very niche market, But then I think the pinnacle of the if you can see the example for the pigeon dunks. When they shut down New York, people were getting robbed right out the store. People coming out the store had to be escorted with police and stuff. So you can see the how to say, the example of what sneakers were supposed to be. But Kanye has his own vision. Like he said, name me one genius that ain't crazy, right? So he when he jumped from Nike to Adidas, he promised everyone I think he just wants people to wear his clothes. He just wants people to have his stuff. That was his main vision. So to each brand, they have their own lane. Like Travis and Nike, they go very limited and stuff. Adidas wants to pump out as much as they can. Like that's what they did with NMDs. That's why NMDs died. That's what they did with Ultra Boost. That's why Ultra Boost died.
I think that's a mistake.
I remember last time when I was selling NMDs for like 1K plus, 1K plus, like sometimes 2, 3. But then now I try to sell some NMDs like for 300. No one takes, man. No one wants them, But that's because they oversaturated the market. But right now, Yeezys are a good, I would say, it's like the Jordan of back then. It's a good entry sneaker because it's not too pricey anymore. Not as pricey as anymore. Some people are selling even below retail. So for people just getting no sneakers, they're like, oh, all I've heard is Yeezys, man. What are these Yeezys? Let me get these Yeezys. So when they go and see, it's not that pricey now. It's like maybe 1K, maybe 800, maybe 900. You never know. So it's a good entry sneaker. From there, they might branch out into other things.
All right. Okay. That's an interesting take on the matter, lah. Because for me, I don't really agree that Yeezy should have been Kanye should have approached it as such. For me, it's okay for you to do it for everybody, but I really like what they did for the hyperspace batch. I mean, the hyperspace, the clay, what's the other one?
Region
exclusive.
right?
When it's region exclusive, it preserves the exclusivity.
Definitely.
And for me, that's good. That's a good approach for them to have, because what we can see, because let's just assume that those shoes were released back during the hype days. And I think they can go like the ZDs right now. When the Korean exclusive release is like right now is like 10k ringgit, right? But the normal ones are 1.5, 1 to 2 lah. Basically it's 2. So I think, not an advice to Kanye lah. Of course he's a better businessman than we are. But I think to the sneaker culture and the sneaker community, I think that's an interesting take lah for you to have.
From his how he behaved during the V1s, so that wasn't his vision. Like how his first ever big restock was the Pirate Blacks. When he restocked the Pirate Blacks, from there already he's not trying to limit his sneakers or trying to create exclusive stuff. He just wants everybody to wear his sneakers. Right? And when the Zebras came out, people were paying 10k. I had a friend of mine, sell a pair 10k right outside Adidas. And to this Indonesian guy, and then he just restocked, and now we're going for what, 1.1, 1.2,
1.2.
That's not his vision. That's always you can see like from the get go that wasn't his vision.
All right. Okay. So when we talk about evolution and the growth of the sneaker industry and streetwear industry in Malaysia, for sure competition will kick in. The competition, the rise, like mushrooms, like literally like mushrooms in Malaysia. The numbers of resellers in Malaysia.
Definitely.
So, as an entrepreneur and as one of the leading figures in the industry, having your own business and everything, for reselling community, is it a good thing? I mean, competition is always a healthy thing.
Yeah,
A healthy competition is a good thing for sure.
It's true.
But do you think that Malaysian competition in regards to resellers is going into a good direction?
Okay. I would say, like you said, healthy competition is good.
Yeah.
Like a bit of competition will always keep you on your toes, keep you wanting to do better, wanting to grow.
Yes.
Which is good. But like maybe the younger generation, I would say, is getting sometimes a little too toxic. Because I see call-outs every day on Facebook groups.
Yeah.
I see drama happening. I see this guy get scammed. I see people getting called out over petty stuff. Maybe it's not the healthiest at the moment, but with a bit of direction and a bit of how to say, as they grow, their business ethics will grow as well.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Because when I first started, I mean, I wasn't the brightest light bulb in the room as well. I had to learn along the way. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So another thing, as a reseller, what is your take on platforms? I mean, selling platforms, StockX, Goat,
Grilled, Depop.
yes,
Yeah.
all those
Yeah.
this mainstream reselling platform.
Yep.
Because I have friends of mine who are trying, because for sure that's the good thing of it is that you can find any sneakers.
Correct.
That's the
More
good thing of it.
accessible,
But the bad thing of it, because a friend of mine who is trying to find UK8 AJ4 mushrooms,
Okay.
the fossils,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
The
fossils,
woman's one. He said, macam, tak logik lah harga kasut macam ni. Macam, for me, it's like, what do you expect, bro? Right now, it's for sure it's going to go around those kind of prices.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
and then he said, yelah, aku dah bayar banyak ni. I have to pay $300 for it,
Yeah.
and then the shipping is another 40
Then
bucks.
tax some
So
more.
the tax some more and everything. So for you, as a result, does it affect your business? Number one,
Okay.
and number two, do you think it's a necessity for Malaysian to have their own platform? Like I think
Gorilla was
Gorilla and Novelty. I think
I'm not sure novelty. There was
Novelship.
okay,
Yeah, it's a
okay.
Novelship.
Yeah.
So, do you think we need to have those kind of platform?
I mean, it's a good way to make money, I guess. Everyone wants to make money. Man.
Yeah lah, betul lah, betul. Okay.
So, I would say it makes shoes more accessible, and it's more. I think the platforms are more for people who like don't think twice if they want to spend the money. They don't bother looking.
Yeah.
They don't bother doing, because shoes back then there were no platforms. There were hardly any shops back in Malaysia last time. There were hardly any shops. Even there was only like the biggest ones were Flight Club.
Yeah.
All you heard was Flight Club. But look at Flight Club prices. They're even pricier than StockX.
Mahal gila.
Yes,
Mahal
exactly.
gila.
Mahal teruk. So the
Stadium Goods.
Stadium
those
goods.
guys,
But
those
stadium
guys
goods,
are.
but stadium goods came later.
Yeah.
So I would say the platform. There's always a platform and a market or whatever for everyone or for anything. I mean, how it's affected the community, I can't say for sure. But yeah, I do get affected sometimes. Like I come in and people like they ask me a price of a shoe. I tell them the shoe, and then they come, oh, StockX is this, that. I'm like, hey, what do you just get from StockX, man? Because then I have to explain to them like, when you that's not just the price you're paying.
Yeah.
You have to pay $40 for shipping, and then when it reaches here, you have to pay 10% off the price. It's going to add up to more, and then so.
And you have to wait 2 weeks.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Sometimes more.
More, yeah.
And not to say like StockX has been the most trusted. Like they've gotten reports where they had fakes as well that went through.
Yeah.
It happens. Everyone is human.
Yeah.
It's human nature. But yeah, I mean for platforms and all these platforms, I think there will be a place for everyone. Like in Malaysia too. Yeah. But I've seen, unfortunately, the ones that have tried, like Gorilla and stuff, they haven't been,
strong enough.
I'm not sure if they're still even around.
Oh,
but
okay.
they maybe our market has not reached that yet.
That buying capability,
correct,
the buying power is
power,
not that level yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we take a break, people might not know this, but you actually own a store before 17G. So can you just tell a bit, cerita sikit before we go into details after the break?
Sure. Okay. Basically, 17G was not my original store. I'm not the original owner of 17G. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
I think this. I mentioned this quite a lot. Yeah. I had a store before. Even 17Gallery, before 17Gallery started.
Okay.
It was in BB Plaza. It was called Risk Store. I had 2 other partners. And yeah, we were the first consignment store ever in Malaysia. We were the first. And things didn't go out.
So how was the reception back then? Because people doesn't understand how consign works in actuality. So how did it work? I mean, how did you try to reach out to people to understand this one?
Like I said, the market back then was very niche. So Instagram was there, but it wasn't like
as
as
powerful
powerful as it is now. People weren't on their phones on Instagram 24/7 like they are now. Like it was just I secured mostly through Facebook, and it was a very niche market, so the community is very tight. The same people will come hang out every day. Frenzyhood was my biggest consignee.
Sorry?
Frenzyhood.
Oh.
He was my biggest consignee.
Okay.
That's how I knew Frenzy, how I knew Andy. So yeah, we became friends from there, and it was just a very tight community. I mean, we weren't making like tons of money or whatever. It was just we were doing it for the passion. And in my head at the time, all I wanted was a store. But it didn't go as planned. So that's what happened.
Okay, alright. So we're gonna touch about it a little bit later on risk, and from where risk lead you to how did risk lead you to 17Gallery, and we're gonna go a bit further on that. So we're gonna take a little bit of breather. So stay tuned with us, and we're gonna be still after this with Mr. Euan Lam. Alright, welcome back guys to Overload Podcast Malaysia, to another episode of Overload Podcast Malaysia together with Mr. Euan Lam from 17Gallery.
Hello.
Alright, so just now we talked about many things. So when we ended on the note of you owning a previous store before 17Gallery. So it didn't pan out. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out. So can you tell us what happened in actuality?
It was just a whole misunderstanding between partners. It was as normal, when money comes into play, even the best of friends can fight, and and just it just didn't go to what I hoped for or what I dreamed for.
So okay, how does that lead you to something? You said that you weren't the owner. So macam mana the dealings or what's the story behind that, and how did you really revamp back 17Gallery?
Okay, so 17G started, I think, a bit later after Risk closed. It was by Azwan and a few other people. Azwan was one of the biggest sneakerheads in Malaysia. He was the founder of KL Kicks, the oldest and biggest sneaker team back then. So they were like revered. They were like JKT, Jakarta Sneaker Team and stuff like that. They were quite big. And 17G started in 15. I went to the opening and stuff, blah blah blah. After, to be frank with you, after Risk closed, I was a bit depressed. Like, because I thought, that's what I always wanted to do. And now it's failed. What the hell do I do? I dropped out of college and stuff like that for it. And I think sitting on my ass for about a year and a half.
That's a long time.
Man. I was just chilling. I was like thinking of what the hell am I going to do. I lost quite a bit of money in Risk, so I was thinking like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And then I used to hang out at 17G quite a lot.
Sorry, but 17G back then was still a sneaker shop.
It was a sneaker shop, consignment store.
Okay.
So I was hanging out with 17G a lot, but they were doing very badly back then. They were, Azwan was not around. Azwan was busy with his other job, and stuff like that. Like they were just, they weren't focused on what they wanted to do, So I started hanging out, and they had some issues with money, where their former manager started stealing money, consignment money started going missing, blah blah blah, and this and that. So then I was hanging out, and one day the other partner, who was just basically funding it, he asked me, "Do you want to work? We need a staff here because they fired that former manager, right?" So I was like, "Yeah, cool. I'll just work here. I got nothing to do at the moment. So, I don't know what I want to do, to be honest." So I started working, and I heard they were thinking about selling the shop. Yeah.
Until that extent.
Yeah, because they if not mistaken, the manager ran off with 18,000. Yeah, and they were in debt. They were quite in debt at that time. It was quite a mess lah. So I heard he wanted to sell to this consignee of ours, one of our regular consignees. So I heard that, and I was like, why don't you sell to me? I gathered a bit of funds, I pulled some strings, this and that, blah blah. So why not you sell to me?
Yeah.
They're like, you sure? I was like, yeah. Okay, cool. They sold it to me. Then the shop was already practically dying, man. Like it was just like they were about to close any minute type beat, And I had to revamp it slowly, gain the trust of consignees again. Instagram was the main weapon. Honestly, like I said, that's why I say Instagram has changed a lot of things.
Yes.
So Instagram basically drove us, to where we are right now. Yeah.
So if you don't mind asking, how much did you have to spend on taking over? And was it the whole building? I mean, or is it the bottom floor only, the ground floor only?
That time I only took over the bottom floor.
Yeah.
Top floor was only storage.
All right.
And we had clothes and shoes at the on the first floor. So it was packed, man. Like the shop was just jam packed, and people can't move properly. It was just mad lah. And then a vape shop opened up upstairs, but that didn't go through as well. So we were like, why don't we just take both floors? We can do it. It'd be better to segregate the clothes and it's better shopping experience. So we talked to the landlord. The landlord said, yeah, cool. So then we took over top and bottom.
I mean, both floors lah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So this is a question that a friend of mine asked me.
Okay.
This is not directly to you, but it for me, I think I have to ask it to you because you have been longer in this business. So he asked me, kau tak boring ke kumpul kasut? Kau tak boring ke hari-hari kau scroll StockX, kau scroll sneaker news, you're just going through all these details and news and just getting new infos every day. So because people are sometimes people say like the same thing every day will always in the end that doesn't make you grow. So after all these years, have you ever feel bored or you feel like the passion is wilting day by day or whatsoever? Those kind of
funny you asked this because I just had this conversation with Hans.
Oh,
yeah, like a couple days ago.
Right.
We actually talked about it, and like for me, I got bored. Like I get bored like over periods of time. Like it's because it's just the same thing. And like when you're in my position, you like certain sneakers lose their appeal faster than for normal people because you see it every day. You're more exposed to it. You get what I'm saying? But like for a consumer, because they're like all I see is on the internet. I just wanna see blah blah blah. But then when I see it every day, it loses its appeal very fast for me. So but there's always this one shoe like the Mindseeker here, or there's always a certain shoe in that 1 year that always draws me back.
So this year?
This year I would say Sakai's. Yeah, I always love the Sakai's. Sakai's are nice. Like I love the green color. The green colorway.
Okay,
like
that's
a lot of people like the blue, but for me the green is still the best colorway. Yeah.
I mean, if you're a loud person, greens are that green color matches very
Yeah,
well with
correct,
this
correct.
personality, and
Correct.
even for me, Sakai's are they are enoughly saturated that you can still style them well,
Yeah.
and you are not going to
Yeah.
you rock them, but
Yeah.
people are not going to judge you macam Sakai lagi,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So okay.
Wait, another thing I want to add. Sorry.
Ah.
Another thing that helps me, with the whole how sometimes the scene can get stagnant.
Yes.
Is I keep my close friends are always people not from the scene. So for me that helps.
Yes.
Because I've seen people around me, their close friends are from the scene as well.
Yeah.
Or they basically build a bridge, build a bond with people from the scene only. Because all they talk about is shoes. It sometimes waters down the excitement of shoes. So that's why I keep the my close friends always. All my close friends are not from the scene. So it helps me.
Stray away a bit.
From into other things,
Yes.
into music,
Yeah.
into maybe art or something like that. But if I'm gonna have a close circle which is only based on shoes, it's gonna be hard for me. Yeah. So yeah.
And because
it helps me a lot.
literally you own a
Yeah.
shop,
Yeah.
and every day you macam the excitement will
Yeah.
for sure
It
will
fades.
it fades.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So in regards to the expansion of 17G,
Okay.
you said that when it started, they were in a very bad condition. It's a bad condition, and then you took over. You took over the bottom floor and then the upper floor.
Yeah.
Okay. What's next?
This
This is a question that actually after I know and this is something that people terlepas pandang, mislook, overlook, because in actuality Richie Lee went to your shop.
Yeah, he did.
And some of them might not know who is Richie Lee. Richie Lee, you pergi tengok YouTube lah. Richie Lee is the way he explained the shoe, he knows about the shoe, the way that he got access to those shoes, and it's really something extraordinary.
Yeah.
And after watching that, people are keep asking me, kau tak pernah tanya ke dia lepas ni nak pergi mana? I mean, dia tak nak buka kedai lain ke?
Yeah.
Because takkanlah every time nak beli kasut kena tunggu, ataupun you kena datang KL. So have you any plans, any bigger plans for 17G?
Okay. 2 years ago we were because right now we're in talks for franchising as well. We're in talks in the midst of it. 2 years ago we had interest from Thailand, Indonesia as well, but that didn't go through because I think he didn't have enough capital or something like that. I don't remember what, but yeah, expansion is always our main goal. It's been our main goal for quite some time now. It's just we're figuring out how to do it the right way. We don't want to just let's just open here, open here, and then that fails. So because it's been so centralized, the shop has been so centralized, it's been so easy to handle. It's been good for us. It keeps the shop feeling a little exclusive.
Yeah.
You have to come to a certain area
To get to the shoes.
to get to the shop. So right now we're just figuring out, working out the kinks and how to do it the right way.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you were to ever expand, will it be in Malaysia?
Yeah. It might be in Malaysia. It might be in JB. Hint. It might be in JB. But yeah, out of Malaysia is also one of our priorities. So, one of our goals. Yeah.
All right. So expansion, it's a necessary ingredient in business.
Yeah.
So but with expansion, in order for you to expand, you must have been through and some tough times.
Yeah.
There's no business. Before we go to the show, I'm actually guys, I cannot take my eyes off the shoe in actuality. So I cakap I tengok. So I have a problem no. Before we go to this shoe the story behind this shoe, it's like in order for you to expand or where you are now to get to where you are now, you must have had some tough times.
Yeah, definitely,
right?
man.
Because our previous guest, when Brian came, he told me that he got scammed. Like Hans, he lost his mother.
Yeah.
When he lost his mother, sorry Hans, when he lost his mother, his passion he went to Singapore for soul searching and everything. The method that he went through was quite tough. So for you as an entrepreneur, for sure you have some stories or backstories, right? So can you share us a bit? And how you handle it?
Okay. I've gotten scammed as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've gotten scammed for a pair of shoes, SBBs.
Okay.
Yeah, I've gotten scammed on those. Those were, I think, quite humiliating. Honestly, that was embarrassing for me. But then, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, we're only humans, you know. Sometimes we terlepas pandang. Sometimes we trust people too easily.
Yes.
Things happen like that. And yeah, I would say in terms of business, it's a lot, man. Like when I lost risk. When I lost risk, like I said, I was depressed I wasn't depressed. I was just more like I lost my way. You know, I didn't know what to do because I focused so much I put so much energy into that store. I kind of didn't know what to do after that.
Yeah.
You know, and then when I took over 17G, it was a gamble because basically customers and consignees had lost their trust in 17G because money was going missing. Stuff wasn't moving. You know, it was just to a point where last time I remember when I worked there, we didn't sell any shoes like for 3-4 days, man. Like there was nothing going, nothing moving out. It was probably we were selling laces, and it was, bro. It was really bad. Yeah, so it got, you know, just watching that, and then, you know, convincing myself and the people around me that I could turn it around. I could like, you know, I should pull the trigger and I can make it better. You know, when I've already failed in the first shop, you know, that was really. You know, it was I had a battle within. You know, I had to fight with myself. You know, I had to like argue myself. Can you do it? Can you do it? You sure you can do it?
The doubt is there.
Yeah, you already failed. You know, and then you hear from other people as well. You sure you already failed one time? You know, you have these kind of things.
So that was 17G was 5. When did you take over?
2015.
2015.
Late 2015, going 2016.
So
yeah.
It was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So you were 27 at the time. And like you said, you were drop out of college. Weren't you having a tough time with your parents as well?
Yeah,
because
definitely
lah. Especially for me, anything under 35 is still young, right? Yeah. Any age under 35 is still young. So when you have this tough time with parents, especially when they say macam, kenapa kau nak buat benda ni? And especially when you had failed race at first time, and then you drop out of college. Now you are taking another gamble of opening a new shop, not just opening,
taking over
a shop that has a bad reputation already. No offense to the previous owner, but it has a bad reputation already. So how did you face that? Because kids nowadays, this is not just kids, even me myself, I'm facing that tough time of people or around me and they say macam, kenapa kau nak buat benda tu? You can just stick to what you know, right? Because I'm a law graduate, so people around me macam, kau tak payahlah nak buat benda-benda macam ni. Kau jadi lawyer.
But what's the fun in that?
Yes.
What's the fun in that, bro?
That's why because sometimes when we say that macam, benda tu macam aku boleh je buat, tapi once you don't have the passion to do it, and the challenge is different, right? So how did you face that?
I think first things first, I am blessed with a good support system. Like my parents they're very understanding, because even in college they could see my interest wasn't what it's supposed to be. You know, I was skipping class, I was getting into trouble, I was getting arrested. I got into a lot of fights. It was just you know, college was when I started experimenting with a lot of stuff. You know, I was pushing what I can do, before I get into trouble, kind of thing. You know, so
going to the limit.
So then with risk, they helped me out. Definitely, they helped me out because I had nothing. You know, I had no financials. I had zero savings. I had nothing. So yeah, definitely they helped me out. And to see it fail, that's another reason why I was like sitting on my, you know, I was sitting my ass the whole time. I was just worried because I felt I failed them. You know, that feeling of, you know, I dropped out of college for this, and then I failed them again. You know, already dropping out of college is really a failure in their eyes. That's how I feel, right? So then, when I wanted to take over 17G, I was already with my fiance right now. Yeah, and honestly, she is the main reason they actually allowed me to go into this again, because she convinced them. Yeah, she was because they trust her way more than they trust me. Honestly, let's be honest.
We'll be honest here.
So, she kind of talked them into it. They were like, she was like, yo, I think it'd be okay, it'd be good. And I still had savings from risk and stuff. So I was like, because they didn't want me to blow my savings on something dumb like that.
Yeah.
Like, because I already failed. They didn't want something had no future. They didn't want me to do that again. Make the same mistakes, right? So I was like, I told them, nah, just chill. Like, I'm doing it alone this time, because before this I had partners. And I don't like working partners because I like it to fail because of me. I like it to succeed because of me.
Yes.
I don't like to have that kind of guilt or that kind of expectation or pressure hanging over my head. Pressure makes diamonds, definitely.
Yes.
But I move at my own pace. So so I told them, and I explained to them, this kind of stuff, and they were like, okay, yeah. If you sure that's what you want to do, go ahead. So yeah, I pulled the trigger, and I knew this was the only time I could make up for everything, prove myself. I could be sure I have actually a career again.
Yes.
So I had to do it
properly,
man. Like, legit, yeah.
So after all these years, just in simple words lah.
Okay.
What keeps you motivated? Because the hardship of business they hit you like a tsunami. They tak kelakar lah. Dia langgar tu like this one.
Yes.
But so when they hit you like that, for sure you need some motivation to keep on going. Right. So after all these years, what was it?
I think it's more of like, if you're doing something you love, you're not working a day in your life kind of thing.
Oh, okay,
But,
I got the vibe.
Yeah, but it's more of the support system. Like I said, I'm blessed with that. So I can always, when I lose motivation or like, I get lost, I feel like, even this year, I felt sometimes, I just want to get rid of the shop and just move away. I'm sick of the scene. I have times like that. If you're in a certain industry for so long, for a certain amount of time, you get that way sometimes. But there's always that one voice, or that those people around you that will like pull you back. They're like, no, this is what you've worked hard for. This, you're really getting to where you want to go. So just keep at it.
Okay, so that's a good motivation. I mean, not good it's a good motivation, and it's a clear indication for people that are trying to start. And trying to build up a career. For
never
me,
give up, man.
Yes, never give up. That attitude is something that is lacking in people nowadays. So, okay, now we get to the fun part. I really want you to tell the story behind this shoe. So, before you tell me this shoe, this is a pair of Vans. Tengok, bila cakap Vans semua ingat macam calang-calang kan. But the story behind this Vans is this is not your typical Vans. Okay, so this Vans is actually
it's
just do the honor, man.
Okay. It's a pair of Mindseeker Vans.
Okay.
Sorry, it's a bit dirty. I've been wearing these. Wear your shoes, man. Wear your shoes.
Okay,
Wear
you
your
heard the master. So wear your shoes.
Wear your shoes. So yeah, it's a pair of Mindseeker Vans. Mindseeker is a brand from Japan. They're like, I would say, high street. They're going into luxury somewhat. They're more of high street lah. They're in that price range. So these Vans, this is actually their second release. Their first release, they came out I think 2015, 16. I could be wrong. I don't remember that word. But yeah, they came out with two other colors after that. This one and the white, yellow one. Yellow or green. I'm a bit colorblind. Sorry. So they came out with those, and yeah, they were only rumored to be 150 pairs of each worldwide.
So it is an exclusive pair.
All right. Yeah, it was rumored to be only 150 pairs. So yeah, how I got these, I kind of had a friend who owed me a favor.
Hutang budi.
Owed me a favor. So yeah, and he had a connection in Mindseeker. So yeah, he managed to get a pair for me.
So in actuality, it's like a friends and family pair lah.
Yeah. No, it's not really a friends family pair. I actually we got it from the guy that he got it from Mindseeker too. He actually sold it to someone here So we got it from that guy here.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was the just tracking it down was I couldn't track it down. This guy that knew the guy Mind Seeker helped me track it down. Yeah. So basically the journey finding, I still have to pay resale for it, man. Honestly.
How much is it?
I paid about 1.2. Now it's worth almost 3. Oh, now it's worth 2 plus. So yeah, it was a good
2 plus for a pair of Vans,
right?
Damn, it's like the fear of gods.
Yeah. But I think these are even harder to come by than the fear of gods. Yeah.
Because the fear of gods, they are nice.
Yeah.
But I think because the appeal of Jerry Lorenzo and his collaboration with Nike makes it a bit more. People are chasing it just a bit more.
Yeah.
So this is okay.
It's nice.
All right.
I mean, the box and everything is nice, man.
Okay. Your favorite pair?
My favorite pair. That I own or I want?
Both.
Okay, that I own would be currently lah. Because I have this thing where
you change a lot.
Yeah, because as my style changes, my footwear changes as well. So right now, currently, my Unions.
Blacks or the
black toes.
The black toes.
I love those. All the Maziats. I mean, hype beast. As hell. But those honestly, those shoes are the the ones I can wear every day, and I really love to death is the Rick Owens.
Sorry?
The Rick Owens. Ramones.
Oh, Rick Owens. Yeah, okay.
That's a pair that, even though it's not hype or not whatever, but those are a pair where I throw on. It's like I can wear it with anything with whatever. Senang. That I want.
That you don't own.
Pair of Lost Ones.
Sorry?
Lost Ones. Legends of Summer.
I don't know.
All red. Yeah, all red glitter.
Alright.
Yeah, that one. Okay. Or a Paris Dunk.
Yeah. That's the dream of everybody.
That's a dream,
I think.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's a dream.
I think the giveaway during Sneaker Lam when they give away the undefeateds, the M&Ms and the Max and everything, the Canaries. The one that caught my eye, of course, is the Canaries.
Correct. Yeah.
I think most
you can ask
of the
Hans
people
about that. Yeah, I kept bugging him for that. Man. Yeah. I was like, yo, sell it to me, bro.
Because if I'm not mistaken, it was the UK 9.
Yeah, UK 8.5.
UK 8.5, right? Yeah. So I told him when I met him, I said macam, bro, kalau nak jual tu, jual kat aku lah. Tak apalah, I make do with half a size, so it's okay lah with me. But they said, cannot lah. The Canaries is something that if I sell to you and people know that you got it from me, those people will come and find me and kill me first. That's true. Right? So when it comes to that giveaway, the Paris Dunks, to make you guys understand what the level of Paris Dunks are, it's like even Sneaker News and Complex rank them as the grails of grails.
Correct.
Yeah, because they rank around with the pigeons, the NYC pigeons, which are super rare, and only a selected few can get a hand on it. It's like the Parapata, the cherry woods.
Correct.
So those kind of shoes are. Would you ever have it? You think you in your mind? I mean, I know you are hoping to have it, but in reality, do you think that
realistically, like, I mean, of course, I want a pair of Max. I want a pair of undefeated. I want a pair of crazy stuff.
Yes.
But realistically lah.
Yes.
I have mouths to feed. I have rent to pay. You know, so unfortunately, I don't foresee in the near future. But if I come across a pair in a good for a good price,
who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Because just to give you an penanda aras lah of how much this shoe costs, the Paris Dunks, a UK 10. UK 10 is one of the UK 9 and UK 10 is one of the most least sought sizes in the world. It costs you $22,000. So for a UK 7.5, a UK 8, UK 8.5, you can for sure imagine it to be much more 60. Higher than it's
about
60K, right? So 60K, $1,000. It's not RM1,000, RM60,000 tu macam boleh beli lagi. So kumpullah duit daripada sekarang. Manalah tahu boleh beli one day. So so we are approaching the end of our interview. So I need to ask you about Sneaker Lam just a bit.
Yeah, sure.
So you and a few other vendors are the ones that people are looking forward to. Make Curate, for example, you guys, Chase, and some other reselling brands.
Yep.
So what do you think about this year's Sneaker Lab? Because the giveaway that they did and the giveaway that Sneaker Lab did, and the facilities that were provided during the event was great for me.
Yeah, it was
but
crazy.
for you as a reseller, and what do you expect to see next year for them to step up?
Honestly, like, what made Curate this year was crazy, bro. Like, when Hans told me the initial plans, and I heard him and Paul talking when they came over and stuff, like, it was crazy. When I heard the stuff they wanted to do, the stuff they wanted to give away, they wanted to, raffle and stuff, like, man, like, you would never think a Malaysian would have the balls or the vision to do something like that, So yeah, it was pretty crazy. Botak has been a good friend for quite some time. He sold me my first Genoskis kat showroom dulu. That was like way back, right? Yeah. But yeah, this year's Sneaker Lab, I would say, was pretty good. Like, I mean, in terms of sales wise for us, it was alright.
Okay.
We've had better years with Sneaker Lab, but it is what it is, like, when we first started out with Sneaker Lab, there were only like 30 vendors, 20, 30 vendors, and now there's like 100 plus vendors.
Yeah.
So you kind of will expect to happen, that kind of stuff. So which is fine, no problem. But it's for us, we always like okay, when I first took over 17G, every event I wanted to go in. I wanted to participate. I wanted to, at least 1 year, I would join like 3-4 events.
Yes.
And some of them didn't prove worth the time and effort, unfortunately. I would love to join every event, but it's penat, bro. Penat, bro.
Memang penat.
It's not even about the money or the whatever. It's penat.
Memang penat.
Bro. So I made a decision to like only join Sneaker Lab every year. And yeah, Sneaker Lab every year has pushed the envelope for how sneaker events should be in Malaysia. So yeah, I expect big things from them next year.
Right. Okay. So we are trying to conclude the interview.
Yep.
Okay. So before we end the interview, what are your hopes for the Malaysian sneaker community and 17G in general?
Sneaker community, less drama, bro.
Less drama.
Less
You
drama,
hear the man. Less drama.
Honestly,
okay.
let's keep it to a minimum. Like, we're all just here because of shoes.
Yes.
Like, stop fighting about shoes. I mean, stop, picking at issues, because of shoes.
Yes.
Because shoes are supposed to bring us all together, So yeah, for 17G, upwards and onwards.
Yes.
That's all I can say, man.
Infinity and beyond.
Yes, sir.
Yes. All right.
Yep.
So before we end, I have a few quickfire questions
Sure.
for you. Like usual,
Let's go.
it's like a tradition
Yep.
in Overload Podcast Malaysia. So I'm just gonna ask you a few questions that I prepared.
Okay.
So you can answer yes or no.
Okay.
Because this time around we're gonna do it a bit different. I'm gonna ask you your preference.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna ask you the first word that you think about the matter.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So the first ones, the Paris Dunks or the Max?
Dunks.
Dunks for sure.
Yes.
Okay. Dunks or AJ1s?
AJ1s.
Ooh, you're turning your back on Dunks.
Yeah,
all right.
AJ1.
Okay. So who's the better collaborator? Travis Scott or I can't remember the name. Pharrell. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Pharrell or Travis Scott?
In terms of what I would wear, Travis.
Yeah. Okay. So right now, just one word for each of this. Okay. 17G.
17G. Oh, you want me to say
17G.
Okay.
What do you think about 17G?
One word, is it? Damn. Put me on the spot like that. Growing.
Brian Botak Chin.
Good.
Michael Jordan.
Bald.
Okay. Last but not least, Overload Podcast Malaysia. Dope. All right. Okay. I thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, man.
Thank you, Mr. Euan Lam, for taking your time to come here to the studio and shoot this particular episode with us, and we for sure have a great time with you and with all your information that
Thank
you're
you so
given.
much for having me.
So if you have any shout out, you want to do any shout out for your friends or whatsoever?
Yeah, shout out the team at 17G.
Yeah.
Shout out my fiance who's helped me down
Yeah.
from day one, and shout out my support system, man. Shout out to you guys as well.
Alright, okay. So that's all from us. So before we end this video, please subscribe. Macam biasa, ada subscribe, ada like, ada bell button. Just click on it, and then you will be notified when this episode will be aired. So thank you guys for having us.
Thanks for having
See you
me.
next time on Overload Podcast Malaysia. Ciao.